Welcome to Off-Grid Victory. So today's video is one of the most important videos I've made on this channel, and I always tell my friends and the saints that I meet that you know, as an off-grid homesteader, somebody on a farm or living in the rural areas like ourselves, there are three dangerous things that we do, and it's all operating things. And so the first thing is the car, or the vehicle. The vehicle is the most dangerous, as we all know, and everyone has that. The second most dangerous is the chainsaw, operating a chainsaw. And the third is just operating a firearm. So all of those things as a homesteader you'll have to do, or on a farm. And so today's video is specifically about the chainsaw and the most important thing that you need to know when operating a chainsaw. And it kind of follows through with everything else in terms of operating. And so this is the number one rule I'm going to give you, and I'm going to show you the example of why it is the number one rule, and then the rules subsequently that follow that in terms of safety. And so let me first show you. This is the tree I just cut down. It was an old standing tree that was dead. It's about, I would say 32 inches wide in diameter. So I just cut that down, as you can see, and I've been chainsawing this guy for about over a few hours now, and it was a tough cut. And so I'm going to show you what the number one rule is. So anyway, from that, let me come over here and show you what that is. And so after I cut that down, I started working on this tree. And so the number one rule in chainsawing or operating anything on the homestead is don't operate any vehicle, don't operate any chainsaw, and don't operate any firearm when you are tired. So that's the number one rule. And then I'll show you the safety reasons why. And so here we go. First of all, I've been working for about 3 hours now, and I was pretty tired, and I've chainsawed, I've been using a chainsaw felling trees for more than 2 decades now. And so I consider myself to be more than an amateur, a little bit less than a professional. But what I would highly recommend, because I've seen so many people, saints otherwise, use and operate a chainsaw without safety gear. So there's a few things that are absolutely a must when operating a chainsaw. Those are things like, number one, chaps. Number two, a helmet. I have the eye protection on me, so that's another one. Number three, and then of course things like this, steel tip shoes. That also helps. But the main safety thing in chainsawing is, yes, not to be tired, because then you can do things like this. So once again, I've operated chainsaw for many years, and this is the first time this has ever happened to me. But it's because I was tired that it happened. So you can see my chainsaw is all bogged down with this. What is this? Well, that's what was in my chaps. So this is the fiberglass that's in the chaps, that's designed to touch and rip the fiberglass out of your chaps and bind in the gears inside the sprockets of your chainsaw, and bind it and stop it instantly. And you know what? I was tired. I was going for this cut over here, right here, as I was working, bringing up the chainsaw, and I let it touch my leg. Now, if this was my leg, I would have damaged my leg pretty severely, and that would have been very close to the femoral artery. Not good. Now, granted, I do have a tourniquet on me here, but I'm glad I didn't have to use it, because that would have been pretty bad. And what really saved my life, I almost say that, obviously is the father, but the protection of these chaps. And so definitely wear chaps. Don't go without it. I've seen lots of operators of chainsaws not using chaps. That's the number one safety item that you always have to wear. And of course, eye protection, head protection, all of that other good stuff, gloves, steel-toed boots. But yes, definitely wear chaps. And like I said, don't work when you're tired. I mean, that's really the number one rule. Don't operate anything, whether it's a vehicle, heavy equipment, blah, 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 chainsaw, and if you can avoid it, firearms as well. So yeah, number one safety rule, don't operate things, dangerous things when you're tired. And of course, use all the safety gear that you can possibly, like in this situation, chainsaw chaps, because it will definitely save your life. Yeah, once again, a fluke thing that has happened once to me in the 20 plus years of chainsawing, but yeah, it does happen, and it happens to the best of us or the worst of us, especially when you're tired. Alrighty, shalom.